Hello viewers, this is our weekly program, Diplomacy. Today I have one guest with me. Amul Kabandamu, your host. Let me give the chance for my guest to introduce himself. Hello Faiz.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Personally, I know who is Faiz Mohammed is and what works you have done regarding the Ethiopian Great Renaissance Dam or the Nile River. But for the sake of my audience's respect, you are going to introduce yourself for my audiences as well as your works that you have done regarding the construction of Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank all of the obeying journalists and colleagues for giving me this chance to talk about my dam. My name is Faiz Mohammed. I'm a PhD student at the University of Western Australia. Actually, I was a lecturer in a number of universities in Ethiopia, and now I'm doing my PhD. I haven't done any exceptional to any of the Ethiopian citizens. That means I have, as a citizen, I try to contribute my least. Hopefully, I will contribute my most while I complete my PhD and go back to my country. For instance, I was trying to create some kind of groups to be involved in different kinds of public awareness about the dam. I remember it was around April 2011, while all the Ethiopians were announced about the project of the construction of the dam by our ex-Prime Minister Mobilizer and the different governmental sectors. So all Ethiopians were happy at that time because the dam would contribute great for Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt, and including the regions like Djibouti or any other countries which can benefit from the electricity. So as a citizen and also as a human being, we are all glad to create public awareness at that time. Furthermore, I try to contribute my 3-month salary, in which every Ethiopian contributed at that time. More than that, always I was trying to create awareness among Ethiopians through different social media, including Facebook. I remember I was posting a number of posts like when the Arab Leagues or Egypt or any other country were trying to intervene in the activities of the Ethiopians towards the dam, or I was trying also to create some kind of awareness among the Africans here in Australia or some of my Arab friends, because some of them had been influenced by the propaganda of the Egyptian government. That are like some of my involvements in the dam.
Well, it's a great. Would you mind to share the challenges or the experiences you faced during the awareness creating workers engaged? Because you are one of the contributor in public awareness workers in Ethiopia. Would you mind to share us the experience and challenges you faced during the mobilization?
Oh, the good thing, like most of the Ethiopians, we were excited because it was like thousands of years of the dreams of the Ethiopians to see Nile being constructed, and it is contributing to the Ethiopians' way of life. As you know, almost we can see all of the Ethiopians were living in a drought and in loss of electricity. More than half of the total population didn't get pure water and like enough electricity, even including in the capitals and in the cities. That's amazing. So even we Ethiopians, we have a proverb saying that Nile, or in Arabic we call it Nile River is not Ethiopia. We couldn't consume that one. We couldn't get an advantage of that one. So during the announcement of the project, on the GERD, with every Ethiopian was excited, and we all were open to any kinds of news that were disseminated among the people. Maybe the minor difficulties was at that time we were not sure whether that government was trying to use the dam as some kind of propaganda or as to strengthen its political power. The good thing, every Ethiopian accepted the dam as it is a national identity and a symbol of unity. So I think there were no such kind of huge difficulties at that time during my public awareness in the different kinds of movements to create the awareness.
Well, you are working on public mobilization starting from the construction of the dam was started in 2011 and still continuing. What makes the nowadays public participation different from that of the past one?
Yeah, the one thing which is different is the unexpected the involvement of the Egyptians or the Egyptian government. Why I mean, because I know some of the Egyptians, they are really getting the exact information what their government is trying to do some kind of propaganda. So the Egyptian government, like they are trying to intervene in the to block the development of the Ethiopia. So every Ethiopian, as far as I'm concerned, is becoming alert in all aspects what the Egyptian government is trying to intervene in the construction of the dam. The good thing, we are almost on the way to complete its construction, all it is mechanical, electrical, civil, every aspect of the construction. By this time, when the Egyptian government is trying to do something bad, almost all of the Ethiopians will become alert, and we are trying to follow every of their steps. So the difference may be, like now we are in some kinds of becoming very conscious about the ending of the dam and what different kinds of activities the Egyptian government is trying to do.
Well, that's almost terrific. Let's change your experience. Now you are living in Australia for your PhD education and still devoting the fact behind the dam for the international society, especially for the Arabs and for the Africans. What is the reaction after your explanation and how you get their understanding about the Nile River at all?
The good thing, every of my friends in the other Africans in the Arab people, they are becoming positive wherever they get the real fact about the Nile. Unfortunately, we Ethiopians, particularly the Ethiopian government, haven't done enough to tell the truth and the fact about the construction of the dam. Sometimes believing that the truth is with you may damage you. That's what is happening to us Ethiopians. You know that the fact and the truth is with Ethiopians. But that is not enough as a politics, because you know that the diplomatic society and the international society, they don't have enough knowledge about the dam. So whenever I face some kind of like weird questions from the Arabs, they say, for example, why Ethiopians you construct the dam? It seems that you want to like negatively affect the Egyptians because you have lots of water, lots of rivers, you have lots of dams. Why do you want really to construct the Nile? They raise such kind of question. So when I explain for them how Ethiopians are dying because of lack of water, because of electricity, how the loss of electricity really affected our ongoing development and the prosperity. So like when they get the real fact, they become conscious. Oh, so why don't you do the real dissemination of the facts about the dam? We don't know really about such kind of information in the news you are telling us. So the Africans, on the other way, for example, I have some friends from Tanzania, Ghana, and some other countries. They know that we have the right to do so. Still, as they believe that we are not doing enough in creating awareness for the international society, mainly even to the region. Even some of the people from Djibouti, from Kenya, from other regional countries, they don't have the exact information what really the Ethiopians want to do after constructing the dam. Even they don't know what benefits it gives to the Sudanese people, to the Djiboutians, to the Kenyans, to the regional people. So I think the main problem, we are not doing enough in announcing and sharing the real information we have regarding the dam.
Well, do you believe that the awareness raising work is done in many times or different times add some important value for the nowadays public participation here in Ethiopia?
Of course. The good thing, as I said earlier, every Ethiopian is alert about the dam. Actually, we were becoming quite silent and maybe a little bit dormant because we believe that the construction is going well. And our government is also active in keeping the interests of the Ethiopians, particularly the interests of the dam. And more than that, we believe that the dam doesn't have any damage to the neighboring countries, maybe to Sudan and Egypt. Most importantly, it is giving a good value and adding some environmental and other benefits to the Sudan and the Egyptian people. So how could, as an Ethiopian, we can doubt that the construction of the dam is going in the bad side?
Well, Ethiopia has been explaining that the dam has no negative impact on the downstream countries, but Egypt is still complaining as the dam has a negative impact on their country. Can you please share the reality on the ground about the dam's impact on, especially on the downstream countries?
Before that, we have to read the question of why the Egyptian government by this time wanted to raise such kind of, I can say, silly propaganda. The main thing, as we all know, the current Egyptian government, he doesn't have political legitimacy and doesn't have also acceptance from the people, because we know that they got the power by the coup d'etat. So mainly the government of Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, they need the issue of the dam in order to attract the attention of people, the people inside Egypt and the diaspora people. That's why they want to make the issue of the dam or the issue of Nile in order to get political acceptance rather than working for the benefit of the countries around the stream. So by this time, why the Egyptian government would like to raise such kind of silly question, that may be the main issue. But when you come to the fact that whether the dam has negative impact or not, of course, its impact will be an advantage or a positive impact for all of the countries around the region, not only for Sudan, not only to Egypt and that of Ethiopia, but as I said earlier, it can give a benefit to Djibouti, to Tanzania, to any other countries who want to have like economic relationship with Ethiopia. The Egyptian people and the Egyptian government and that of the Sudanese people, our brothers, they really know what benefits it will gain to give an advantage for them, rather than coming to around the table and discussing the negative impacts. That is why mostly the Egyptians, they were avoiding any kind of tripartite discussion among the three countries. That's why I think it may have a little bit negative impact during its construction, because it is expected that it may reduce about 25% of the water from that the Aswan River or that of Lake Nasser. But this is temporary one. They have to acknowledge, really, they have to acknowledge, even if they couldn't pay any kind of compensation for using the Nile for thousands of years, they have to acknowledge the Ethiopians, like they are using the Nile for thousands of years. So by this time, they have to give a respect for the Ethiopians for constructing a dam which has a positive value and an advantage for all of the regional countries. That's what I think.
Well, coming to the Egypt, why only Egypt are always complaining about the dam, while the other African states are still silent and even supporting the dam, but Egypt is still complaining. Why this?
The problem, as I said earlier, mostly the Egyptian government is they want to use the Nile as an instrument for their legitimacy. That is the main thing. And the other thing, the main problem in the mind of the Egyptian politicians, they believe that they have the veto power on the Nile River. This is really ridiculous, I can say, because the Nile originates from Ethiopia. About almost 80% of the total water supply of the Nile is from Ethiopia. The remaining 20% is from the other upstream countries. So how a country almost contributing nothing to the water believes that they have the veto power? This is unacceptable to the upstream countries. That is the main problem of the Egyptian government. You can say from the time of Hosni Mubarak or Morsi, or now during the time of Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. That is like the historical error they have, and the low understanding they have really what Ethiopia and the other remaining countries contributing to the Nile.
Well, how you define the progress of the construction of the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam or GERD and overall participation of the public at large, as well as the commitment of the government of Ethiopia in finalizing the project as per the schedule provided for the project?
No doubt. It became a little bit slow. They may have different factors, maybe internal and external factors. Almost it is going slowly. It is like much lower than what we expected. It's like our government announced earlier it will be completed within 5 years, but still it is about 9 years. It has not been completed yet, but we expect that it may be completed soon. What we can say, we have to solve first of all our internal problems. I think that's why it became a little bit late, and that the Egyptians, they are using our internal disagreement to aggravate the, like, what you can say, in aggravating of the slowing of the dam or totally the failing of the dam. That's why they are trying to use, when you hear them at different times, even during the time of Morsi and then now during the time of Fattah al-Sisi, they are trying to use our internal division and our internal disagreements. So the main problem for like the slow going progress of the dam is our internal disagreement. That's the main problem. The other thing, the Ethiopian government were becoming quite late in updating the people regarding the real progress of the dam. If there were to be like transparency, real transparency, like there should be 100 transparency, what is going on really regarding the dam. Actually, I know there was some kind of corruption which had been conducted during previous years. That may be one issue, but still the Ethiopian government should try to involve different stakeholders, the people, politicians, diplomats, the diaspora people, the intellectuals, even the youngest, any one of the member of that country should be involved still in different manner, not only in contributing in aspects of giving a salary. All Ethiopians nowadays should become active and all have to follow what is really going on, what our government really needs, what kinds of help and assistance we can provide to the government.